Hello and welcome to the first unit of our third week in the course. Avoid SAP S/4HANA project delays with third-party system service virtualization. My name is Michał Ronka, and in this unit I will share with you how citizen testing can be enabled for SAP S/4HANA projects, so everyone who is interested will be able to execute service virtualization. Not only the testing team members with specific skills. You have seen how Sarah, as a senior IT manager, introduced service virtualization in the organization. You have also seen the journey of Ike, Zygmunt and Daphne into a more automated world of testing. B2B partners' dependencies are reduced. They run tests more effectively. They can keep up with the pace that organization demands. What Sarah's team achieved already is remarkable, but they are now in a common situation in SAP automation projects. Service virtualization can be run by members of a test team with specific test tool access and skills, or they are run automatically in the background. Of course, team members like Mandy, who is business process owner, fully trust Ike's and Zygmunt's skills. Procedures to request virtualized messages sendings are in place. So Mandy knows exactly what she needs to do when she is asked by B2B partners to send some test purchase orders. She also knows that she can request Ike, who is the junior test engineer, to send in delivery towards SAP to help her continue manual testing she is performing for purchasing scenario. Mandy heard that this all works thanks to the INT4 suite that Sarah brings to the organization. But why does she need to contact the testing team in those scenarios in the first place? Can she do it by herself? Or even better, is it possible that vendors can do the testing by themselves? INT4 Suite is not only API first in terms of testing APIs and running services virtualization based on APIs. INT4 Suite is exposing many APIs by itself. The reasoning behind it is to allow any other type of software to talk with INT4 Suite and leverage capabilities that it is offering. Let's focus on Mandy's scenario. B2B partners, vendors in this case, are very often asking her to send some test purchase orders. It is clear that they are testing sales orders on their side. They are contacting Mandy via MS Teams, Slack or other communicators. It cannot always be her highest priority, as we see. If we create a bot that will communicate with INT4 Suite API to trigger a purchase order, we can ask vendors to talk to bot. Bot will be Mandy's friend that is working 24/7 without any days off. Partners are happy. Mandy gets time to focus on more challenging tasks like an internal purchasing process testing, where she would like to make some improvements on inbound delivery processing. But wait, if vendors can work with the bot to leverage service virtualization capabilities, maybe Mandy can leverage that approach too. She should be able to test with bot instead of contacting the test team all the time. How it's working? It's very simple. INT4 Suite exposed REST API for test cases that allows searching for test cases, running them and finding the results of the execution. In Mandy's case, we'll be using it for search and execution. As a demo, I would like to share with you Mandy's scenario implementation in SAP Conversational AI. Let's check how vendors can run the bot. We are opening the communicator. I will write hello. To be nice. Bot is replying, of course. So now to the point. I will type in send me PO. I need to reply now which vendor I am, so the bot will be able to instruct INT4 Suite to send me the correct message. Vendor will be 3000. Bot is thinking. Now we see that it sends the message. If I were a member of the vendor's development team, I would now go to my own system and check if I received the message and continue with my tests. I'm not. I will check SAP CPI if the message went out. I'm opening monitoring. I see that outgoing purchase order is there. Perfect. That's how Mandy is now free from endless test purchase orders triggering requests. I will now check how bot can help Mandy's work on the inbound deliveries she is mastering. I'm going to ME21N transaction that Mandy is using for manual purchase order creation. She used to be here more often, but bot for vendors solved that part. Now she is running ME21N only when she really needs to work on the new concepts that she needs to test manually. I'm creating a simple purchase order and I'm saving it. It is ready, I have a number. In a landscape without INT for suite, if Mandy would like to test inbound delivery to this purchase order, she would need to contact vendor's team and ask them to send the delivery. Of course, connections needs to be established both ways. Master data needs to match on test system and somebody needs to be available on the other side to reply and do the task. INT for suite allows Mandy to just contact Ike and ask him to send this reply from INT for Messenger, keeping the testing process within the organization. By adding bots to the equation, Mandy can now handle it by herself. I'm opening a chat one more time. Now I would like to ask for delivery for PO. Okay, it is already prepared by INT for Messenger and sent back to the backend system. Now I can go to the inbound delivery monitor and check if inbound delivery for my purchase order is there. Yes, it is. Mandy can continue with her manual test for inbound delivery and all that achieved without involving any additional resources or third-party systems. She can repeat it whenever she likes. That is called citizen testing. When it's possible, we should give the opportunity to use service virtualization in self-service mode. This is easy to understand and adopt. It is empowering non-technical users like Mandy to involve more and be more independent. At the same time, we are shortening testing processes, sometimes even reducing it to one person that is self-sufficient. I don't need to add that such initiatives save time. I hope you will be inspired by this lesson. See you in the next one where Konstantinos will guide you through the performance testing topic.